You may have seen my previous video on the habits that kill success, but how about the habits that wire success into you? You see, successful people leave clues. I work with people who are naturally gifted at success. They seem to have been born with these habits, and I've made it my job to study what it is that super successful people do. And they all do the same things in different ways, and some do it naturally, some say, no, it's not natural. I had to learn this. I'm going to tell you the habits of success. One is phenomenal self-praise. People who are good will tell you all the time, oh yeah, I'm really good at this. Oh yeah, this is my skill set. I'm a genius at this. This is what I'm good at. And they don't feel uncomfortable, but they never say, I'm good at everything, me. They go, this is my area. I'm a gifted chef. I'm a wonderful musician. I was put on the planet to play the piano. I was born to dance. I was born able to paint. And they kind of share their gift with you. So if you want a habit of success, decide what you're good at. And you may not be ashamed or embarrassed or uncomfortable telling people, I'm really good at this. You see, someone said to me, people who are really good at it make it look easy, but it's not. They still have doubt. So find out what you're good at and please get comfortable telling people what you're good at. One of the major habits of success is that people bounce back from rejection. We look at people who seem to have made it and think, wow, they're so lucky, they've never failed. Oh yes, they have, over and over and over again. And the difference between a person who fails and a person who succeeds is one thing. The person who succeeds gets up and they come back, they get rejected, they get laughed out of Shark Tank and Dragon's Den, they get voted off X Factor, they come back, they get fired. Every time I'm in the airport, I look at this little thing called Trunky, the little suitcase that kids wheel along, and I remember the guy being on Shark Tank. In England it's called Dragon's Den, and they laughed him out of the audience. They were dismissive, they humiliated him. He could have gone away and thought, oh no, this prototype is terrible, but he just went and found another investor. Meryl Streep, she went to audition for King Kong, and the director said, Meryl, you're just not pretty enough to play at the leading lady. You should go away and do something else. And she said, I thought to myself on the way, and that is one opinion in a sea of opinions. I'm going to find another opinion. And I have to say, if you've ever watched my favorite film Out of Africa, where Robert Redford washes her hair in the bath, oh my God, she looks beautiful. But it's not about beauty. She is a stunningly successful actress. And thank goodness she didn't listen to that director. There'd be no Sophie's Choice, no Out of Africa, no Mamma Mia, none of the so many great films she did, because she's such a versatile actress. But you see what she did? She bounced back, she came back, she found another opinion. So of the habits of success, the bounce back factor, coming back from rejection, praising yourself. Here's another one. Take action every day in the direction of your goals. On your way to the top, don't take weeks off. Keep going. Every day do something. Make one phone call. When you've made it, you can take a lot of time off. There are other habits that successful people have, but I'll recap some of them for you. They believe in themselves. They come back from rejection. They don't do no. They get rejected. They bounce back. They take action every single day in the direction of their goals. They tell you how good they are without bragging. They don't embellish. They don't ever need to be a jack of all trades and a master of none. And remember, you may feel that you weren't born with any of these habits. It doesn't matter. If you adopt a habit and make it your own, it's like adopting a child. Eventually it's yours. It becomes yours. You might say, I inherited that table from my grandmother, but now it's mine. I found this little puppy in a pound. It was someone else's. Now it's mine. You can acquire the habits. Let's imagine there's a club you can join. It's called the Success Club. And it's like, okay, here's the Success Club. Can I join? Sure. How much does it cost? Oh, There are no membership dues. To join the Success Club requires a few things. You got to have these habits. You got to praise yourself, bounce back from rejection. Don't let in no. Be good at one thing. And if you can do those things, they are the membership dues. Are you willing to pay the membership dues to join the Success Club? Are you willing to do what successful people do naturally and indeed unnaturally? And here's another one, and this is very important. I saved it. People who succeed do what they absolutely hate or dislike to get to where they want to be. And they do it first. Let's imagine you have a job and you've got to ring up someone and ask for money. You've got to fire someone. You've got to make a very difficult call. And you think, oh, I'll do that later. I just can't face telling that person that they've lost the contract. I can't face asking that person for money. I can't face having to tell that person off. So I'll do it later. And they have it hanging over them all day, and then they usually think, I'll do it tomorrow. Successful people do it first. They do what they don't want to do first. I don't want to speak to this person. Let me pick up the phone and do it now. And then they feel good all day. They feel like a winner all day. And all my staff go, okay, what do we hate to do? Let's do it now. And I still have to remind myself, I get up and I often exercise first. I don't want to exercise, so let me do it first. And when I've done it, I feel good all day because I've done it. If I go, you know what, I don't want to exercise, I do it at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock comes, the phone rings, something happens, I need to eat. Now I can't exercise because I haven't digested. And it just gets put off. So successful people do what they do not want to do. They do it first. They do what they dislike in order to get to where they want to go. They understand the price of admission to the Success Club is doing what you don't want to do. And people who fail will give up their dreams rather than do what they don't want to do. I don't want to do that. I worked with an extraordinarily famous rock star, and he told me his story. He wanted to be a rock star, but he had a wife and he had small children. And in those days, you get caught, you bought this magazine called Melody Maker, flick through, and at the back it would say audition for a guitarist, audition for a drummer, Monday 4 o'clock. And he'd turn up on Monday at 4 o'clock, but he couldn't have a regular job. And then they might call back and say, okay, can you come back on Wednesday at 11 o'clock at night or 4 o'clock in the morning? And he would go. And so he had to give up his job, and he decided he would be a taxi driver and do shifts in McDonald's because it's the only way he could earn money. And he was just about to start working at McDonald's, and it was really horrible for him. And the day he was due to start, he got a call and went, well, the audition, we're to tell you, you've got the job. And he's now a rock star. When you tell people that story, they go, oh, I would never do that. I would never work in McDonald's. I would never drive a taxi cab. And I said, but aren't you missing the point? He had to do what he didn't want to do to be free to pursue his dream and his goal. He needed an income, and he was prepared to do what he really disliked to get to where he wanted to be. And your quote, I'd never do that, means that you would give up your dream because he had to do a job he disliked to have the freedom to pursue the job he wanted, because he had to have those free hours. And also that was very telling, because I would never do that. I want to be an Olympic athlete. Okay, so I've got to get up at 4 in the morning in the winter, crack the ice off the windscreen of my car. I've got to run in the cold, in the rain, in the snow. I've got to give up partying and socializing and train for the Olympics and keep that gold medal in mind, and I've done it. But imagine if you went, well, I'm not going to do that. I can't give up partying. Why should I get out of bed at 3 a.m. in the pitch black and run in the snow? Well, if you want it enough, you got to do what you don't want to get to where you want to be. So decide today, I'm prepared to do what I don't want to do, and I'm prepared to do it first. And in doing that, I am joining that club and going to where I want to be. You can do it. I know you can. I did many things I didn't want to do. You know what's so weird? I now like them. The things I didn't like doing. Like, I didn't actually like being on camera. It's like, oh, I got to look okay, and I hate that. And now I find it so easy because I've just done it so much. It becomes easy. The first time I spoke in public, I was holding onto this podium like this. My knees were knocking, my legs were shaking, but I did it anyway. And now when I speak, it's just easy. When I had to do what I didn't want to do, when my knees knocked and my fingers shook, I didn't go, no, I can't do it. I went, I'm doing it anyway. You can too. Go to marisabeer.com, find out more hints and tips and tricks that will change your life. Thanks for tuning in. See you soon.